Hi guys, it's Marsha with Marsha's Mind. What's on my mind today? I'm going to answer a viewer's question about how to not take things personally when someone lashes out at you on the phone working in a call center. So, if you're interested in learning this or applying it in any areas of your life, stay tuned. I'm outside again. It was just too beautiful to pass up. I've been outside a couple times. My bird is back. The swallows are back from Capistrano. I don't know if that's real, but that's what I've always heard. So today I want to answer a question that a viewer had in response to one of my videos about working in a call center and kind of tips on the call center. Well, they were wondering, how in the world do you not take things personally when these people are mean or rude or just yelling at you? A couple of things that help me. I don't know if they'll help you, but feel free to try. Well, number one, obviously they're already upset and it's not with you because you haven't done anything to them. They were just upset to begin with. Usually when someone's upset, you know, something's not getting done, something's not done right, and they don't believe that this is correct, and they just want it fixed, and they feel like they're getting the runaround, or they just need answers. They need to know that you understand that it's frustrating. Number one, they're just trying to feel better and get something done. So there is, it's called LAST. Listen to what they have to say, acknowledge that you understand, or you will try to help them. S is for solution, present the solution that you'll do, and then T is for take action, I think. You know what, it might be totally different, but anyway, that's what we're gonna go with. Oh, thank them, that's what T stands for. Sorry. Hey, I don't have anything written down, I just want to do this video and give it to you and present it to you. Okay, so what works for me is when they're, you know, if they're kind of snooty or snippy, you kind of just stay in a robotic kind of sense because they're trying to get you to react emotionally. They're trying to get a rise out of you, right? They want you to feel what they're feeling. They want you to be mad because they're mad and things like that. So they're trying to get a response out of you. If you just stay robotic and don't put your opinions in there, don't be emotional in there, that helps. Also what helps is, you know, present the facts. Like, I'll have someone complaining and complaining and venting, and I'll state, well, like this one lady, she had an appointment and she said, I said, well, I can have them call you back. And she said, well, that's the problem. You guys call me back, I miss the call, and then I have to call you back and they don't answer. I said, oh, okay, well, is there a time that's good to call you? Or can they leave a message? And she said, well, they can't really call me because I sleep from 10 to 8 p.m. And that's because I work graveyard shift or whatever it was. And when I get up, you guys are closed. I said, oh, well, what about email? I'm not giving my email out. So she needed this appointment in order to get something, and there seemed like not a way to make an appointment. And she stated, well, I have kids, I'm not going to change my schedule, I'm not going to take time off work, I have a job. And you know, she just kept on going on and presenting any excuse not to make an appointment, and that it was our fault because we're not working with her schedule, I guess. I don't know. But you know, I was pleasant, I was calm, I was just stating, okay, what about this? Okay, how about this? Oh yes, I understand. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I understand. And I stated, well, is there a day that would be good that you have a day off? And she said, well, I have Thursdays and Fridays, and I've told the office that, and you guys keep giving me these appointments that don't work. And so I stated, okay, well, I'll go ahead and send a message. I mean, that's all I could do. The way our exchange was, it worked. I don't know how, but it worked because I could see her point that, you know, I don't know how this is going to work for them, but I stayed calm and rash, and I wasn't like, lady, seriously, you know, you need to come in, otherwise you won't get this. You know, I wasn't like, You got to stay professional, and you just have to, you know, present that you understand, listen to them, say what you can do, this is what we can do, and then pretty much feel with them, I guess. Now, if you get someone who's belligerent and throwing obscenities at you, usually the place you work at has a rule where if they do that, you can excuse yourself from the call and politely hang up, and after like 3 warnings or something. So that's that. But the question was how to not let it affect you personally. Well, in my channel, on my channel, I'm all about how we are not physical beings having a spiritual experience, we're spiritual beings having a physical experience. And ultimately everything is energy, and we're all part of each other. Everything is energy. We all come part of source, our creation, we're all one, even though we're separate. And knowing that you are enough, you don't let that affect you. Obviously you're human, so it can affect you still, but just knowing this really does help. Number 1, you know that nothing is, you know, permanent, it's all temporary. 2, you know you didn't do anything to them, so they can't really be mad at you, and they're just mad at the situation, and they're just trying to feel better. They're coming from a place of pain, they're hurting, they need help. You know, try to help them if you really can. Put them on hold. That's another tip. Put them on hold for 3 minutes if you have to. It calms them down, and it makes them feel like you're trying, even if you're not. So that's a good tip. And so being robotic, put them on hold. Know that you come from a higher realm, a source. You come from source. You're positive, pure energy. Nothing is wrong with you. See, people who don't feel like they're enough are insecure, so they fight back with these people. They start saying, well, sir, you didn't pay your bill, you didn't do this, blah, 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 right? And they start saying, well, no, that's not what you asked me, or no, and I said this. They're just so rude. I don't know what it is. I know actually what it is, because I've been in that place. When I was unhappy, when I felt insecure, when I felt lost, I got mad at the people too, and I was yelling at them, kinda. Not really yelling, but I was like rude back, and I would tell them, you don't talk to me that way, do you understand that? I was just, really, I know, because I didn't know that there was something more than me in this body. There was something more. I am enough, you are enough. You are strong, powerful, whole, perfect, loving, and harmonious, just like from the Master Key book. And it's true. Once you know this, you don't let that stuff bother you, and you just want to help them. And I know I'm coming from a mystic side of it, or a metaphysics side of it, or whatever, but it's true. That's what helps me. This month will be 5 years, guys. 5 years. And I get so many compliments from my callers, and telling them how much I care, and how much I'm so nice, and I'm not like a robot and not bitchy. Sorry, excuse my language. But they say that. And so those are some of the tips. Don't let it affect you. Don't get a rise out of it. Sometimes I'll lower the volume on the phone. That really helps too, because they're not blaring in your ear, which raises your blood pressure or your adrenaline. So just put down the volume. That helps a lot. And when you do that, and you can get your thoughts together, and then speak to them. I'm trying to express to you what I do, and it's hard to express, because like they'll be talking and saying something, and I will respond, not in a monotone robotic way. I know I told you to be like a robot, but don't sound like one. Just be like, not too caring, but not less caring. There's like a fine line in the middle the way you talk to these people. And I do use a soft lower register. You know, it's just between me and them. And I also will tell them, like, if something happened to them, I'll say, well, you know, I understand that this and this happens when this happens. They're like, oh, really? Not like, well, when you don't do this, this happens. Don't do that. Does that make sense? Like, say you're working for an electric company or something, and someone calls in and says, you turned on my electric bill. Well, you don't sit there and yell at them and be like, well, sir, that's what happens when you don't pay your bill. You know, just say things like, well, I do understand that the system does automatically shut down the power or automatically sends out those bills or a warning letter when you don't pay it, you know, in a row for 2 months. I understand that. Just present it like that, and in a way that's not judgmental. That's it. Don't be condescending and don't be judgmental to these people. Would you like it if you were on a phone call with the rep and they were like that to you? Or they're reading from a script? Also, don't read from a script, guys. Oh, that's so annoying. I hear people doing it and it's like, oh, I wish they wouldn't do that. But sometimes you have to, especially when you're new and you don't know the wording or the verbiage. But sometimes I even forget things and I'll like look up something and I'll say the verbiage, but in my own way and not so robotic like I'm reading. So I'm sorry I didn't put these in bullet points, but I guess the points are to not take it personally. Do your work within, spiritual work, so you know you're enough, so if you're not insecure. Don't be judgmental, don't be condescending, don't fight back, put them on hold, tell them what we can do, what the solution is. Don't be too like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, just be not indifferent, not too robotic, but yes, kind of be robotic, kind of. Don't let them get a rise out of you, don't let them get you emotional. And try to help them, like really try to help them. And if you can't, put them on hold for a while so they think you are. I know these are probably out of order, but I hope these help. And I gotta go because there's so many noises around here. I don't even know if you can hear me, but I guess I'll know in editing. So if it's good enough, I'll keep it up. But I hope these help you to learn not to take these personally. And also, if after the call it does affect you, talk to your manager and go outside, take a walk for fresh air to clear your head, calm you down. And hey, if you just can't handle it, then just don't work there. I mean, seriously, you have a choice. You always have a choice. Oh, and that's another tip. You always have a choice on how you're gonna feel. You have the power, and it's up to you. You give permission to let someone hurt you or make you feel bad or not. It's not them. You have permission. You have a choice. Okay? You have a say-so. Someone can't just say something to you and make you feel bad. That's up to you. But you gotta be strong inside. And it's true. You gotta do the inner work. I think that I should have just started with that. That's like the whole thing on this. Makes me strong. I'm human, but I'm working on it. And also, I also use my crystals around my desk for protection too. And I get really nice calls. I do. I promise you I do. And so yeah, those are the tips, guys. So I will try to list them right here or in the comments down below or in the, the look here. So look there. So it might be there. But I just want to do that video, and thank you for watching, guys. Feel free to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get more videos or notifications of the videos. And if you have any more questions, feel free to email me or put them down in the comments down below. Thumbs up, guys, some feedback, and yeah, I'm gonna have to get one of those things for my mic so it's not so loud. Thanks, Blue Jay, or I think that's what it is. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.